second permaculture technique I want to bring to your attention is called sheet mulching. Please look into it. It's the best way to turn a grass area into a garden in a very short period of time without digging the grass, which is a super and almost impossible thing to do for the students. And all it needs is cardboard. There's lots that you can, gather around the town on recycling days. You could also ask parents to collect some and bring you. If you use sheet mulching to turn the grass area into garden by topping up the garden areas with soil and the path areas with wood mulch, I dare to say you don't even need raised beds, containers, or even anything that physically defines the garden. You can design the most beautiful gardens with all kinds of pretty curves. And if you use hugelkultur, your garden bed will be naturally raised, and you'd be surprised how well the wood underneath the soil will hold on to the soil and, without any borders or any containers. This means you won't need to spend any money on raised beds or containers or anything else, for that matter. And your garden can be designed by your students and even built by them, which means you won't need to spend any money on building the garden either. All you need to budget for are soil, mulch, seeds, a hose, a chest to house the hose, and a bunch of small buckets and hand shovels for your students to be able to move the soil and mulch into the garden. Now, if you plan to have your students design the garden, what design guidelines should you and your students follow? Because even though permaculture design techniques bring you freedom and flexibility, there are still design rules that you should follow to make sure that the garden flows, functions, and is accessible. Those guidelines are all in the Oasis School program, which will give you step-by-step growing activity guides, done for your lesson plans, student booklets, classroom wall posters, and coaching with me.